Mr. Erdogan himself, the Prime Minister, they'll bring you down. They don't watch you anymore. These talks, people don't like it. I said, but do you think you agree with me? He said, yeah, I agree with you. But how do we say these things without being branded as communist and actually make it people to accept it? I said, the problem is this. In my opinion, a right move, a right act, it's always parallel. I cannot do something good for certain people to be against other people, to the cost of other people. In this case, seemingly, it seems, if we tax people and tell them they have to pay taxes, all of a sudden they say that, well, we lose our money. Okay? But in reality, it's the other way around. If taxation system was such a bad thing, believe me, people in Australia, Canada, or Germany, or England, the rich people, they're more powerful probably at the time. They would not go through it. But they found a way out of it. They found the benefit to it. I'm just giving you an example, I said. If this company as a car factory or car sales company, here they sell Opals or other things. It was a Beşiktaş area that I remember. I said he may be selling 100 cars in a year. Now, if you tell him that, come on and pay 30% taxes, he says, okay, I made, maybe 1,000 lira of a car, and now you want to get 300 lira of it from me. So 1/3 of my money is gone. How could I be happy about it? My answer to that, Mr. Capitalist, is this. So you pay 30% of this money to the government. What is government going to do? Government in return is going to create job with it. He is going to give more wages to people. Their wages go higher now. The minimum wage standard goes higher because you're paying more money to them. The tax is going to create a lots of services. So, in other words, people becoming richer. If they become richer, what's going to happen? They're going to buy more cars. So you were selling 10 cars or 100 cars a year, now you're going to be selling 1,000 cars a year because now everybody has money in all the sectors. So money in the economy is like a water in a lagoon in Middle East, even partially I think it's in Turkey. But if you end up giving this money to government spends for the people, and you raise the minimum wages and you go on, the money flows to people, and at the end of the day, who's going to get it back? All you capitalists. You're getting the money back at the end of the day from them. If they buy furniture, they buy houses, they buy cars, anything they want, because now they're richer, they make more money. So it is not going to be a loss to the wealthy people. They just become wealthier, if anything. But the best part of it is that capitalists, they have to know, and you have to sell it to them, is the fact that when you do this, Turkey's standard will be going up. The GDP goes up. Gross domestic productivity goes up. Country has more money, more products, richer, services, human right index goes higher. As a result, becomes a first-class country. The money value of Turkey go higher. Under that social system, foreign investors are interested to come in more invest in Turkey. It becomes more and more stable and more in tune with the progressed countries. So your lira was whatever, 2/3 of a dollar. At the time, it becomes close to a dollar. So internationally, your stock goes higher, becomes bigger. So you see, there's nothing wrong in this. He said, what are you? Do you have a mission from somewhere? You're coming from Canada here. Do you work for government? I said, not really. I've just been interested in this country. I feel this is like my country. There's Turkish people. I've seen them. I feel so close to them, They're totally like family here. If I've been given the citizenship of Turkey, I'll accept it tomorrow. Unfortunately, I cannot speak Turkish. That's the bad part. I could learn, you know. So he said, so how are you going to go about this? I said, all right, if I was you as the students, I probably would write these things down in a couple of pages. Very simple. Why do you want to increase the minimum wage system, and we're going to increase taxes? In return, what do we want? This is the age of the email and electronic. You email it to your friend, friend to friend. Before you know, a million people have email received about this. Okay? Then once your number goes up, you start the demonstrations. But you're saying on that demonstration that this is not a revolution, but it's a reform of the existing system for a better system. In this way, we understand that our cause might be misunderstood, or there are other agencies that are not very friendly and they have ulterior motive. They might come in and want to create more problem for Turkey. I think at this time, I've seen the Turkey, I would trust the army 100% and tell them that to be behind all this movement. This is going to be an absolutely peaceful movement. Anybody is going to have an arm or loot or talk about other topics that is not in the mandate of this revolution, they have to get him, immediately punish him, even if it is a capital punishment. Because this is not about changing the government. This is empowering the government that is being run by the bourgeois and the capitalists, and they can't do much. They need the help of their citizens and understanding. So the first job really is to make both capitalists and the people to understand, to raise this level, to change, reform the economy is good for everyone. Absolutely everyone. Nobody is going to lose here. And internationally, Turkey will be going up in a much higher level. Because we have to understand, I try to understand, when I looked at Ataturk, what an excellent man he was, I wish Muslims could be blessed with people like him. There is one I like him that I like, is the Sheikh Mohammed, His Excellency, the Emir of the Dubai. He's just as good, very good he is. So, people like him, but I thought that if Ataturk was here today, what would he do? I saw him when he was there. He immediately took a revolutionary act from even changing the language for the betterment of people. Matter of religion, a lot of reform that was missing, he brought it in. So what would he do if he was here today? He would see what is better and good for Turkey, based on science, based on logic, based on understanding universally, and he would do it, and he would not be scared of it. Turkey is worth dying for, and the people and the truth. So he would do it. I think this is what has to be done, in my opinion. So he said that, maybe people like you have to come and talk to us, because we ourselves do not understand each other. I cannot say the same thing to our people. I said, yeah, this is a part of the people who have achievement deficit disorder. People of Turkey, they think that other countries such as Germany or England or France or Canada or Australia are better. They're not. Absolutely they're not. Turkey has a civilization, my God, it goes to the time that the civilization were little cities. You got to go to Cappadocia to see this. In such a huge, vast, thick, big culture, great human being, comes about. And they have. And they are there. It's just the self-esteem is not there. We think others are better than you. No, nobody's better than you. You are the one. You are the best. So, and this was my discussion, with him, with this boy. I remember that was happening, a couple hours talk, in the in Istanbul. So I've written some notes I'm referring to. I remember it was a couple of weeks that we were in Istanbul. Then I rented a car, some was a Hyundai Accent car. We rented the car and we went on your highway. We got one of those geçis, you know, that they told us that you could just pass through without paying the toll highway. We went to Ankara and we went to Cappadocia and Konya. In Konya, it was in the midnight, you know, we were in this hotel. God, I don't know what the name of the hotel was. I have its picture. Konya, it was an amazing country that this greatest man of the whole world at his time, the Rumi, his father had a dream that he has to come from Afghanistan all the way to Iran, past Iran, and he had this dream that he had to go more to the west. And when he landed in Konya and around the area, the dream stopped and he knew he had to stay here. Rumi was always trying to find out what is the reason of him coming in this area. And Persian-speaking people among the Turks. This is why on his search he ran into Shams Tabriz. And he thought Shams Tabriz is actually the promised one of Islam, because the Islamic countries were never attacked by the Mongol horde, and that was a sign of the Day of Resurrection and Yom al-Qiyamah. And of course Shams tells him, I am not that, but I am a prophet of God, if you like to, just for you. You will have to write a book that led the Islam to live another 500 years. It was in the hadith that Qiyamah will take only 500 years if the Ummat are fasid, which means corrupted. But if they're not fasid and they're salih, which means, you know, obedient, God-fearing, then it will take 1,000 years. And it was at that time that Rumi wrote the book, which is the reconstruction of Islam, in the most fabulous way. We do not know the effect of it right now, but he created of Islam, which is neither Shiite or Sunni really. He sees all the good things of both sides. I was amazed to see in his shrine that there are 12 plates on the wall with the name of the 12 Imam of the Shiites. But this man in his book also talks about the goodness of all other Khalifas. Whether it is Abu Bakr, Omar or Osman, he talks about them as well. He sees the good way, how to do it. No one paid attention to him and even understood why. But I think is the future Kaaba of the Muslim world would be around his shrine. This I know it will happen. So we are in this city. The night, I think it was 10 o'clock in the night. We're at one of the hotels. We have a suite. And one gentleman came. He was a businessman. He had a carpet selling, you know, I think business. I start to see, because Lisa, you know, looks like, well, she's a white person, and I look like Turks. He wants to know who we are and where we come from. He could speak English well. And I spoke to him. He was very much interested and invited me to go to his place. It was night, it was daring, but I decided to go. And the way we saw an old man, really an old man, it was cold, and he wanted some money to go in a hotel, and I said, let him come in. So we took the old man to a hotel around the area, and they come back if he has 30 lira or something. He could stay here for a month even. I gave the money to him. I told him, go and tell him to stay in the hotel. And he came. The old man was very, very happy, and he was really almost crying.